Oh boy, here goes nothing. This is Maddie, or Diamond Fruit. Bling! I'm aware this is different from my usual content, but I honestly didn't know what else to record. But this is what's up with me as a person with autism on the spectrum and all that jazz. This is all my personal stuff. I'm aware it's different for every individual, but this is all what's up with me, and hopefully it will help someone, or just it's just here. So I interviewed my dad, and even though most of this I already know, but I was diagnosed at about 3.5, maybe 3.5, probably. I don't really remember it, so it's all kind of fuzzy. There's a stem I'll sometimes do with hair elastics, but at first, I think my dad and my mom both knew that they kind of suspected something was up, because I would advance normally in some toddler things, like dealing with potty training or something, but just revert in some areas. That's how it was worded. So, and I would do the thing, lining up toys and organizing things. I would line up CDs and even line up potatoes from the kitchen or something. Then when being taken to get it checked out, and there are dogs losing their minds downstairs. At first I was suspected to be partially deaf, and I was like, really? I didn't even know that until a while ago. Then finding out I had making sure I pronounce this right, semantic pragmatic disorder. I had no idea what that was, but I had to look it up. But it's something found in people with autism, and my dad worded it as autism for girls, for girls, the way he says it. But I can't remember what the entire thing said when I looked it up, but yeah, it makes sense. And I don't want noises from downstairs, excuse me. Oh my gosh, the dogs. But I really don't remember a lot. I would always jump from one activity to the next pretty fast as a kid, but drawing was the one thing I would really focus on for long periods of time. It still stuck with me, because I can happily show some artwork right there, on my other side. And this camera flips a bit. What I would things I would do as a kid, I've always had little stems I play, and I don't really play with hair elastics, but I'll find myself doing this, twirling around my necklaces or other pieces of jewelry. I'll play around with the chains on this bracelet. It's from my boyfriend. I would hold on to some toys longer, which I still do. I still have a lot of stuffed animals. It's harder for me to let some things go. If you could see my room, you'll get it. A lot of them I just hold on to for sentimental reasons, and also for decoration. I love my Squishmallows. I feel like I possibly have ADHD, but I haven't been formally diagnosed, but that's just me. I can find out. I would watch a lot of the same TV shows over and over again, which I still do. Like, I know what to expect. I know what I find funny. I can be skeptical to some new shows or movies sometimes, but like, if it seems like something I'll genuinely find interesting, I'll be like, okay, why not? I am so skeptical when it comes to new anime, but like, I really love Spy Family. Took me forever to get into like stuff that it's recommended to me, like My Hero Academia, but like, yeah, I like it. Oh yeah, when I was pretty little, I used to like act out shows and things I watched on TV for my cousins or my aunts and uncles. I would literally act out entire SpongeBob episodes, like, perfectly. Because, yeah, I have way too good a memory. Like, sometimes my memory sucks, but, like, other times, like, yeah, I'll be able to remember an entire show I really, really love. Yeah, like, yeah, and according to one of my aunts, I act out the shows, which I remember doing, and sometimes act out commercials, and I'm like, I don't remember that part, but it makes sense to me. One thing when I was like, and around the time I was being diagnosed, I don't really remember. I'd like, according to my dad, I'd like switch hands a lot because like when drawing or writing, I'd switch hands. I'm right-handed, but I find that interesting because like, yeah, they decided I should be right-handed because they noticed more strength in this hand, but I find that amusing because I could have been ambidextrous. Could have been? Nah. I didn't really know I had autism until like my mom explained to me what it was. Like, in a way a kid would understand at like 6 or 7 maybe. And before that, like seeing like going to doctor's visits or whatever, like I thought that was something that was for everyone. Like, so yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, I got something different. So yeah, I get it. And we all dealt like I've everyone's dealt with jerky kids at one point in their life. Like I used to have a lot of problems with math. I still kind of do, but like not as much as I used to be. Good thing we have calculators on our phones. But I used to have a lot of trouble with basic math. Like I don't even remember the context. Like, I don't know, maybe grade like 2, maybe 3. Some kid in one of my classes being like, just checking the notification on the computer. But out of nowhere, I don't even remember the kid's name, like coming up to me in one of my classes being like, what's 100 plus 100? I didn't know the answer then, and them thinking that was friggin' hilarious, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, like, I don't know what's so funny, but yeah, we've all dealt with jerky kids, but used to be made fun of for carrying around toys, like even like grade 4, like kids who are younger than me, like saying, haha, you like dollies, and like that those were my comfort items, but still kind of are, but like not as much as they used to be. I remember, yeah, like, even just, like, the weirdest things, like, dogs are not, not stop, but, yeah, we all know kids are the worst. I had a lot of very good friends, like, friends that I still talk to in elementary school, very always stood up for me and whatnot. will the dogs ever stop? But, yeah, we've all dealt with, like, bullying in one form or another. And times where, like, people I thought were friends would sometimes, like, be kind of jerky, not always understanding. Okay. Stuff like sensory issues for myself is I really have to think about it. Like I'm fine with like, well, right now it's not loud, but I'm like, well, that dog stop. But I could be have sensories with like loud noises, like, but which is odd because I've gone to concerts before and those can be incredibly loud, but I was fine that time because like I expected it. Excuse me, I'm full of hiccups. But when it comes to unexpected loud noises, I'll just blah, like anyone can jump at those. But yeah, that can literally leave like racing heart. Like if there was ever a fire drill at school, I'd always just be in panic mode and people stare, but and cover my ears if there's like a fire truck going by, but like just people being like, it's not that loud. Social situations, I could be fine with those. Like it usually depends. I can be like an extrovert, like if I'm with family, like, yeah, I'll be good. But then, it really depends on the situation. I can be a bit of an introvert, but like it kind of switches depending on what it is, where I'm at, and like if I'm at a new place, it could be overwhelming. But like, if I'm with someone I know, then yeah, it'll be all right. Little quirks, little stims, like playing with the bracelet as before and doing that. But other stims, like if I'm really excited, I'm not always much of a hand flapper, but like sometimes, like I used to like do this if I'm really excited, or like do that to my leg. Really excited about like, say there was like something for a show I really liked, like some kind of news on that. Getting a new toy I wanted to collect. Getting like just getting updates on things I'm excited about, or getting something I want to collect is something that gets me excited. Sometimes, like, say I'm wearing a necklace and then I'll just be like playing around with the charm and stuff. Not really much, yeah. I used to carry around a fidget spinner, but like not really as much anymore. It was a Harley Quinn one, and just everyone saying like those are like everyone having those all the time years ago. I'm just like me and my brother are like we use those for their actual purposes, and among other things. But things about me and special interests, like my special interests have changed a lot over the years. Like one point, maybe like grade 5, maybe 6, like I think it was grade 5. Being obsessed with all things Toy Story and collecting toy versions of the characters because I saw a bunch of those at Toys R Us. At one point, in one particular summer, I used to like watch Toy Story 3 like or most of the other ones, but yeah, Toy Story 3, like, on repeat almost every single day, up to the point where, yeah, my brother got annoyed with me. And yeah, I get it, but just, I don't know why, just the one movie over and over and over again. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I feel that now, and I almost dropped this. What I used to, yeah, I was obsessed with all things fairies, like when I was, I don't know, maybe like grade 3 to 4, maybe 5. Have a fairy doll named Clover. I have it in the other room, just chilling on my, on one of my shelves. But yeah, I used to draw all kinds of stories for her and a bunch of my other toys, and they just go on adventures together, and they're all silly and whatnot. Called it Clover Comics. It was very, like, style very heavily inspired by Captain Underpants and, like, the drawings of George and Harold from, like, the comics they would do and the stories. Like, very simple, laid out, like, flat comics. And, so yeah, I used to draw a lot of stories like that, but I'm really trying to do other stuff. Like, as of now, I'm trying to write up novels. Like, I'm in the process of working to try to get one of my bigger stories published, but then not having a lot of luck, but I know it takes time. So yeah, my special interests have always jumped from one thing to another. Like, for the longest time, it was a Canadian show from where I am. Some of it required I would never miss a new episode, like, because that was like, because it's funny. There are moments that I still kind of quote in my head because, like, kind of iconic to me. But I remember just, like, every time there was a new episode, I used to draw out a favorite scene and, like, tape it up on my closet door. Because, yeah. Yeah, my entire closet was, like, just drawings of my favorite moments. And moments I find funny and just anything. And yeah, I'm not kidding. My entire closet door. And so, yeah, like, one of the reasons, like, the show came out around the time I was probably like 12, almost 13, but just dealing with teen hormones, a bunch of other things, I was kind of moping, but, like, not knowing how to deal with stuff. Yeah, we all feel that at one point or another, but just I don't know what it was that I was, like, kind of, like, angry, almost sad. Like, I don't know. That show was one of the few things that, like, genuinely made me laugh, and I'm just like, this is exciting for me. So yeah, never missed a new episode, and very obsessed with the pairing of Jarvis and Piper. That was basically, like, from 12 to about 15. Yeah, their whole pairing was basically my entire existence. Like, at one point I tried to write a fan fiction. I wrote it on paper. I eventually found it a few years later, and I'm just like, this is garbage. Threw it out. Yeah, it was very bad. I didn't know how to write one of those, but there's fanfic of Just Dance that I'm currently working on. If you want to check the link down below for Archive of Our Own, new chapters posted every once in a while. I'm really trying to write it like a person this time. Yeah, so basically, just waiting for Jarvis and Piper to literally to be a thing. I was just like, you have no idea how brutal the wait was. Like, if it's something I really want, like, say there are two characters I want to be together, like Sarah and Wanderlust, for example. You have no idea how much it kills me. It's just me. But I've always been like that. Like, yeah, as like a younger kid, I was like, that's gross. I couldn't care less. But yeah, like 12, that age, like I'm just like, I need this. Like, I need it more than breathing. So, yeah, that's one of my many obsessions. Just, I love the show The Owl House, and I'm always thinking, there is more to life than shipping. Don't you dare insult shipping me in my presence. Stuff I love, the drawing. I've done a few acting things in high school, but like, stuff I want to do now, but like I kind of do that through my cosplay that I do on my TikTok. Check it out, Diamond Fruit 9, blah, all those things. Reading, writing, storytelling in general, but my OCs, like Just Dance lore and my fan fiction. Music that I'm obsessed with, like, this is a huge one. My favorite singer, Marina, right there in the back. I saw her live in 2019. Truly an experience. Like, my throat hurt so much after the show was over because of my excited screaming. But I found out about her around like the start of high school, I think, maybe the summer before. Me and my stepsister, still my sister, we would play Just Dance in the basement, like out of boredom, like we used to when we were little. Played Just Dance 4, and she played Oh No by Marina, and I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, I like this song. Then she showed me the video, and I'm just like, okay, how can I make this my personality now? Like, this was the first singer that I really, like, absorbed all the information I can get on her. I'm just like, yeah, I used to ask people back in high school, ask me any question about her. I bet I can answer it. And just, yeah, I was a little in your face about it. But I remember just talking about Marina and, like, everything about her so much, people would get annoyed with me. And I'm not kidding. Like, they're like, yeah, we get it. You can shut up now. And I'm like, a lot of kids said it very straightforward. Yeah, we don't care. And I wanted to share it with someone. Like, I did have friends who will happily listen to me blab however I want. Like, still do. But, yeah, that kind of hurt a lot. But, one summer I went as, Let Your Heart. Well, not summer. One Halloween went as Let Your Heart for Halloween, and that was awesome. The hair I had, I'll show a picture as an example. The hair I had at the time was literally perfect, aside from me being a blonde. But the blonde tip, then fading into platinum blonde, yeah, like I felt like that was just on point. I even found my own Marilyn, like her little doggy. But yeah, I'm like that with a lot of my singers, like and artists and bands or whatnot. I used to think back in like grade 7 and 8 is that I thought I was emo because I listened to certain bands like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco, a little bit of Paramore. But yeah, I thought just by listening to them that made me emo. But no, that was always dressing like a glittering rainbow. My sound kind of changes now from like dark and like stuff like this from Hot Topic, and then the cutie stuff like with the glitters and the pink and the fuzziness, and like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be hardcore punk or sit in the field wearing passed out overalls. I've heard that on TikTok, but yeah, that's basically me on a regular basis. yeah, the things I like, I'll like really want to tell everyone about, like my stories and artists and bands I like. I'm especially into MCR. I listen to them a bit, but then now I maybe like about a year or two ago, I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot about this song, and then I'm like, okay, I got everything now. I got a bunch of merch. So yeah, I just really focused on things that I like. And that can be an issue. At one point, like when around the time I went to college, like, I'm all done now, yay! But, my obsession with Just Dance lore kind of got to be a lot. Like, I would really focus on my fanfiction work, on my story stuff, and, playing Just Dance, doing things like it was often like sometimes a distraction for like we were dealing with tough times like around like that particular time. Focusing on what made me happy is like got me through it, but like yeah, I had trouble with school and that kind of sucked. But made it through, graduated. Yeah, that was like pretty tough, but made it through like thanks to like my, especially because of friends and family, and like I especially thanks to my EA I had. Like I don't know if I would have made it through without her. Yeah, I've had a bunch of EAs like throughout time at school. Like for a second I thought my nose was bleeding. The EAs I had in elementary school, they were awesome people. But yeah, like my EA that I had throughout college, just through like the second half, I'm just like, yes, I am internally in your debt. And everyone in my art class that I took at my college was just like such awesome support. We were all in like such good pals with each other. Our chat that we still use every once in a while, just like, yeah, at one point, arts and craps. Yeah, because you get it. But yeah, we were like, I had lots of support through like my friends, art class friends, all the friends, and yeah, EAs, the teachers, just everyone being so awesome. Work was very overwhelming, like especially when I started college. Like, interesting story. Just before, like, well, around the time I was finishing up high school, it was like still COVID. COVID sucked, but the thing is that around the time I was like applying to the college I went to is that's close to me is we kind of found out like super last minute that I didn't have the right English to apply. And I was just like, I thought I did, but turns out at my high school that yeah, instead of putting me in the required English that I was supposed to do, I suppose they put me in whatever thought would be easier for me. Yep. So, yeah, it's like, now what do we do? And then I took some online testing and took probably like 3 or 4 tries, but then I eventually got in. That was the credit I needed to be able to apply. So, yay! That was great. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, just Yeah, the high school I went to, I call my high school experience just a meh experience. It's where I met some of my favorite people and people I wish were dead. just kidding, everyone been through that. But I was told I was going to be going there for better help with my autism, but still had some issues. I remember just being very upset that I wasn't going to be with most of my friends, like from elementary school, but I still talk to some of them. Yeah, just everything in like my high school time, like meh. Like I remember we didn't really have popular kids at the school. I don't think we ever really did, but just I keep joking around. Either we didn't, or I was so unpopular I didn't even know who the popular people were. Yeah, I find that amusing. But yeah, excuse me. Made a lot of friends through there and my college that also are on the spectrum. Something about me, I never really liked the term autistic. Like, that's just me. If you use that, that's totally fine. You do you. I just prefer person with autism because, like, I don't need a label. That's just how I feel. If you disagree, that's fine. Like, you do your own thing. Everyone's got their own thingy and way they want to present themselves. That's totally fine. That's stuff about, like, my autism that just... It's hard for me to define some stuff. Like, half the time I forget I have it. And the same with other issues. Like, when I was 16, I had scoliosis surgery. Let me just... If we can see a bit of a scar. Goes from there to mostly down my back. Yep. It doesn't really hurt. Like, I don't really have, like... Well, I can get back pains, but... Yeah, that's, like... It's normal. I just lay down and it goes away. That's why I have to be careful when doing some just dance, because, like... Yeah, if I get down on my knees, I will not be able to get up right away. I can bend over, but, like, yeah, I have metal rods in my back keeping it straight. But the thing is that, that and autism, like, you know, it's not really, like, too much. I found out I had scoliosis when I was, like, 11, and I didn't really know what it was. But, I remember getting, like, my x-rays taken, and, for the first few years, I refused to look at my own x-rays. I didn't want to see the inside of my body. But, it's kind of cool when you look at it. But I haven't had to have anything done, like, since then. Like, since I had the surgery. But, I know that in a while I might have to do, just a follow-up x-ray. Because, like, it's been a couple of years just to see how it's doing. Yeah, I had a back brace for, like 5 years? 5 years. And, yeah, that was not fun. My nickname for that thing was Deep Hatred. Like, because, yeah, it was a deep, deep hatred of the back brace. Well, I think, yeah, actually one of my cousins came up with the name for it, but I claimed it was mine. Yeah, I used to sleep with that thing on every night, and you have no freaking idea how brutal it was. Like, in the summertime how sweaty I get. Like, I cannot. It's so scratchy. But, yeah, that along with autism, like some people used to be jerks to me in high school. Like, I remember one time on the bus, I had to have the back brace on in the afternoons, like after gym class, because, like, I guess I needed to have it on longer, because, like, it's so weird. Like, some x-rays, they'll be like, oh, this looks really good. Then next time, yeah, not so good. Like, kind of back and forth. And at first I thought I was doing something wrong, but, like, no, like, apparently that is normal. Like, not normal, but not unheard of. And, like, so, yeah, just so weird. But, yeah, like, I had it on in the afternoons, and, sometimes it could be, like, poking out of my shirt, and, like, people being jerks. One time on the bus, someone holding up their phone being like, hey, does it come with free Wi-Fi? And, like, holding their phone next to it, and I legit was bawling my eyes out, and everyone's like, what the heck, man? Yeah, and, like, this was all in good teasing. My brother and my dad used to say Maddie, Barbie, with that thing on. Like, you have no friggin' idea how mad that made me, but, like, I know they were just teasing. My brother used to take his Nerf guns and then, like, kind of just, like, shoot them at me while I was wearing it, and then they'd bounce off, and, like, yeah, I'm bulletproof. Now that was amusing. Now that I have it all done, it's like, yeah, I'm part robot now. And I'll have to bring a doctor's note if I ever go through airport security. No, I'm not carrying any weapons! No need to tackle me to the ground. That wouldn't be good. Like, I've always been not a very active person. Like, in gym class and as a kid, I'd always get tired easily, not be very fast with running, and then, like, very out of breath fast, but, like, I feel like it kind of doubled after spine surgery. So, yeah, a lot of times when I'm doing Just Dance, I'll take a lot of breaks, but, like, did physiotherapy for a while, but after, like, it was actually suggested to me after spine surgery as part of my physiotherapy, yeah, why don't you do Just Dance? And, like, I did for, like, a day or two, but because I was so stiff afterwards, I was just, like, it felt like more of a chore, so at the time, I didn't really stick to it, but now that I've, like, become obsessed with Just Dance lore and all that stuff, I was just like, dang it, I really should have stuck to it. Like, I really should have, but, like, yeah, I was a teen, just like, I want to lay around and, like, stare at Instagram all day. But, yeah, like, I have many issues, because, like, more than one scar on my body. I wasn't sure about this part, but all four of these front teeth here, yeah, those ones are implants, not my real teeth. You wouldn't know unless I say it, so. It's that, long story short, I think it was sometime before finding out I had scoliosis. It was like, fell off in an inflatable water slide. Front teeth were knocked out of my head. Put back in, wire glued on them for a few months. They were taken off, and then we were told they'll be lucky that my old teeth, they were lucky if they stayed in place by the time she's 15. But nope, stayed put till I was 18. I was supposed to get my implants done, like, the week of COVID, but, like, just, nope, didn't happen. Got pushed back up until, like, June or July. I'm not exactly sure. But just, I had 3 different implants. The first ones were temporary because of a gum infection. Second one, figure out the final mold. Here's the final mold. Yay! That one looks all pretty and not weird like. Around the time like my teeth weren't as strong as they used to be before I got the implants, like I was scared of everything I would eat. Like scared to brush my teeth and like even felt embarrassed to smile. Like yeah, that sucked. But here's some nice ones to show for it. Yeah, that's basically the gist of it. But yeah, I'm still kind of like I can still be kind of worried about the teeth, but like that's just me in general. But like we all have our issues, but like autism, teeth, spine, and a scar on my leg from a spider bite I got when I was like 6. Like that one's all blur, but like that could be a whole nother video. Everything could be a whole nother video. But those are just things I have, and I don't want the autism to define me, so like I wasn't sure about making the video, but like here I am doing it. And the thing is that if you're just being diagnosed or like not sure how to deal with all the things, autism as a girl, like just if you can relate to anything, just let me know in the comments, or like anything you want to, if you want to spill your guts even, like I'd be fine with that. If you have any questions about some experiences or like Q&A or anything at all, comments are open. I'd be happy to talk about anything related to anything that I just discussed. Like, something I do is that, like, I don't get my nails done a lot. But when I do, when it starts chipping a little bit, I can't help but pick off the rest. So, yeah, I got a little bit of color left here. I pick at my lips because of, like, whenever it chaps, I'm just like, ugh. Probably why I lick them a lot. It's like, it's probably because of ADHD. Like, I probably have it, but like, haven't been formally diagnosed, and that's cool. But I feel like I'm not really sure where to go from here, because autism isn't widespread for every individual that has it. Like, you could either relate to me a lot or none at all. Like, I've done good things for myself. Like, there's, I've been able to graduate high school, college, like, even though the high school ones during COVID did like a virtual graduation. That would have fun. But, my actual grad experience, that was a nice day. I've done volunteer work, like, at this, like, almost like forest school place that doubles as like a petting zoo and day activity thing for adults and kids with special needs that I was run by my old elementary school principal. So that was a nice time helping. I was better at dealing with like the special needs adults rather than the kids. That was just me. And spent more time helping out them. But that was a nice time helping out the adults in wheelchairs, people who are nonverbal. Showing, hey, that was a rewarding experience, and probably wouldn't have gone out there to do it if I hadn't gotten like the right push. I'm currently not working, but like, I really want to make sure I like what I do. But like, I know you won't know until you do stuff. It's that, yeah, there is stuff I'm considering, but like, might take a little bit of time. And I really want to get my stories out there. I'm trying. But trying to do research, making sure nobody's sketchy. Don't want people, like, trying to take my money, but I'm like, anyone ever feel like you, like, practice conversations, like, in your head or something? Yeah, that's something I do a lot. Or, like, imagine conversations that will probably never happen. But, yeah, I really don't know how to, like, sound official or, like, say I'm in like, this hasn't happened yet, but, like, say I'm in a meeting or something that, like, hey, this is my book I want to get out there. I don't know how to sound like a fancy official person or, like, any of that. Like, or just, yeah, if I have to, like, talk to the bank on the phone, I'll just be like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to say right now. But might need help with that, but just, I just, everything, things I need help with, and it took me a long time just to, like, have the right knowledge to, like, do my laundry. As a kid, it took me forever to learn how to tie my shoelaces. And I still kind of, like, I see it as a puzzle, and, like, I still kind of stink at puzzles. I can be good at escape rooms, but, like, it depends. Like, the little details, I'll really be a perfectionist when it comes to my art. Like, even tiny details that no one would even notice. If I notice, like, a little mistake, I'll just be like, nope, gotta start the whole thing over. Just tiny little traits and everything, like, it's really hard for me to pinpoint, like, things to talk about, like, when I'm rambling on about autism things, like, got plenty of stories of people being stupid, being jerky to me, and scoliosis, but, like, that's a separate thing. That could easily be another video along with the other things that's happened in my body, like the scars I got. I really don't know where to go from here, but I just want... And drop the hair elastic, who cares? I really just want, like, people to know is that, like, autism is, like, not the same for every person. Everyone knows that. We're not all super geniuses with computers and math. But, we can be super geniuses in our own subject. Need extra help. I'm aware that some people with autism can't speak, can't care for themselves. But for people like me, is that we're all just people doing our thing and surviving in the world. And it's just how it is. And I am not autistic, that's what I say. I am a person with autism. Just, if you're fine with, like, that being called autistic, that's totally fine. But I don't feel the need to have a label. What I wanted to do with my channel is just talk about Just Dance lore, but, like, yeah, but I don't always get a lot of new content, like, right away. Like, I really love that they added Oh No, like, when the Merino ends, just how I found about her existence, that made me happy. on Just Dance Plus, and also Break Free. That one was good. It, like, I'm a little slower with that one, but, like, I like it. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Just Dance Lore, but, like, I don't always get a lot of new materials right away. So, like, before today, I didn't know what the heck I was going to record, but it was suggested to me that I talk about my autism, and, like, at first, I really was not sure. It is a very personal subject for me. But, like, if I can help someone in one way or another, just even have a conversation, like, a lot of it is just talking about me and things I've gone through. But we can start a conversation, talk about special interests or anything at all. That would be awesome. I would love to talk to people in the comments or, like, about anything. It doesn't just have to be about the autism. Like, anything you enjoy that is, like, mainly just anything at all. I really don't know. Like, I would love to, like, just share more about myself as an artist, because, like, that's all I've ever wanted to do along with my stories. Anything that makes you happy, like, share your special interests, quirks, stems, anything at all. I would love to talk about it with people down below. I don't know if this would be helpful to anybody, but, like, I could do more of this if, like, people like it. And people sharing their stories, like, I find that very inspiring. I don't always know how to share my own, because, like, yeah, I talk about it with friends, family, and people if it ever comes up, like with my back and my scars and teeth and anything involving my autism. Like, I really don't talk about it a lot, but I feel this took me a lot of guts to do. So, this is all completely unscripted and just all genuine. I don't know how to talk about things unscripted sometimes. Like, most of my videos are unscripted, but I don't want to take long pauses or sound like I don't know what I'm doing, because this is important to me, and want to make sure people aren't feeling alone if they do just being diagnosed. Maybe you're someone younger, and just you're not alone in the process, and I could do this more often, like having a rough, a raw talk with the camera. I could talk about, like, I will happily talk about it in another video, but there is the story of my first boyfriend, who also was on the spectrum, who, in a, how do I word it, like, in the simplest way, was not right for me, like, and not right for my head. Like, I will happily talk about that another time. It takes a lot of guts for me to do, but I'm happy if this helped anyone, makes anyone want to talk or share their stories with me. I am more than glad to do that with anybody. Just, I don't really know how to wrap this up, so just bear with me and everything. Talk about the things I love, like cosplay, anything that you love as a person with autism or someone who identifies as autistic, or any label, anything you got. I just really hope that, like, starting a conversation will, like, conversation about anything will be helpful, or just make people more comfortable with themselves. It took a long time for me to really understand how I am as someone with autism. So, understand things I like, how I am with processing, like, and just anything and everything. If you want to talk anything at all, it doesn't have to be related to the video, just anything about you, I'm happy to. Just thanks for watching. Peace out. I'll happily talk about this or any stuff if people like it another time. Peace out, and don't go eating any bear slugs. I don't I couldn't think of words. Okay, bye.